Welcome back. It's a rainy day in Satisfactory, but I am so glad you're here. Hey, we've just run the numbers, and it turns out that I've got enough potential power and water here for 100 generators already, sort of planned. So we're not going to add any more of that. We're going to make kind of a funky asymmetrical building here. And we're going to try to do it relatively quickly. So we're going to use our 4x4 foundation. We're going to go into blueprint mode, and we're just going to build these foundations. Now, the theory is if I can get this clicking rhythm right, this should be quicker than zooping, and I definitely think it is because I'm building 4x4 would be what, 16 foundations per click, as opposed to zooping for 10 foundations for two clicks. 2 clicks and a drag, really. So yeah, this is definitely faster. And so fast, in fact, I went a little too far. So let's see, we're gonna go, well, that's probably about right, but we don't need to go that far for this. But we are gonna need a little bit of area back here to, oh yeah, I can even do both sides of this. Let's see if we can get in the middle here and then click and click. Blueprint mode. There we go. All right, so there, we've got a huge amount of foundations put down, no problem, using the absolute joy of a basic foundation. And that should give us 12 across. Our other blueprint is the assembler. We still need to make our compacted coal. Now, obviously, we haven't picked up any of the stuff that we need to build this, but we just want to check the direction. All right, that's obviously the direction that we want to go on that one. And then we have our B version of this. And that's the direction we want on that one. Okay, let's grab some material. Do I need silica for this build? I do, but only a little bit. Ooh, we need a significant amount. Yeah, I don't think there's any way to get all of this done in one shot. Let's take a look at this for a second. Is it the A one that we want or the B one? So it's facing away, and we do want to send the compacted coal away. Well, whether it matches the other side or not, I want the A1 on this side. So, well, I want it first. So we're going to drop this, and we're going to make use of our blueprint planning ability. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll grab some of those. We'll pick up a couple of those. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let's put that steel back for a second because we don't need all of that steel. One more there. A little bit there. It's just kind of like a shopping list situation. And then we know we have plenty of coal and sulfur over here. And remember, that's in the blueprint because we have a desire to preload our machines. All right, so now we have everything we need for version A. I'm going to climb up here and see if we can find a good location for this. Remember, we want to send it down the line. I think one space is enough. Something like that. Then we'll go back to blueprint mode. And we'll have to figure out how to get blueprint mode to work with us here a little bit. I'm going to start off with 3 of those. And we're just going to hook everything up and make sure it's doing what we want. So we need some of this stuff to get out of the way. This is the inside track, so we need the outside to stay open. And what do we have? Right. We're gonna build some transportation. No. Some logistics. And I'm tempted to try a different thing here. Okay, that's really the test. All the belts are connecting. They're all connecting in the right direction. We can proceed. I'm just taking a quick eyeball to make sure that the signs are facing the correct way. Just like that. And that, if you look through here, it's off by 1 because I didn't offset this one. But it's basically, well, it's exactly the same number of machines and all that. Oh, we're going to need some steel to hook up all these belts. Let's hook up as many as we can and then run back and get the rest for the steel that we need. Sorry, I'm talking off of the mic here. Let me get a little closer. All right, let's run back and I was tempted to change over to the lighting side of things, but I'm kind of halfway into it now, so we'll just run back and grab all of it. A lot of this game is really dependent on the amount of time you're willing to spend on planning. Like having these blueprints, having the foundation blueprint, the A/B version of this build blueprint really allows you to build a lot faster. The only thing you really can't get around is having to connect the various blueprints together. You're just going to have to do that. Okay. So that's all ready to go. We just need to bring the coal and the sulfur in here, and the compacted coal will end up way down there. So we can then bring both of these columns of compacted sulfur down, compacted coal down, and then we'll drop them into the generators up there. But in the meantime, let's get our B build going. Which, this is basically the same build as the A build. It's just that it has the lower level turned around. So that way the machines and the signage face the other way, but the service layer continues to face the correct direction. It'll make more sense in a moment. Let me get the blueprint for this going. 15. All right. I am suddenly starting to worry that I don't have enough stuff. We need a little bit of sulfur, a little bit of quick wire, a couple of crystals. I think I still have too much steel. Let's put some of this steel back. Let's only grab as much as we need. That leaves us a little bit for belts. Probably not enough. And then we need coal. And or short quick wire and iron plates. I feel confident that I've got some of that stuff up here. Uh-oh. $50 quick wire is not going to be enough. Hey, inventory's super full. Oh, we've got the quick wire. We just, we don't have the inventory space. The downside of playing vanilla. Alright, so let's see if we can get this. You know, make this a little easier. This is the foundation I'm targeting, so let's use a color. Let's just darken it. I want to be right on that corner. I want to have 2 spaces between them. The interface is in the way, but I think that's where I want to be. Right between the reinforced plate and the concrete, it looks like I'm right where I want to be. All right, that looks about right. And we opened up a space in our inventory, so we can grab our quick wire. Okay. Now we've got one built, so we've got our model. We've confirmed that all the splitters and mergers are pointing in the right direction. I know, I sometimes annoy myself by getting the splitters and mergers wrong. And now we can just... So on this side, we want to see the compacted coal display sign on the right. And that's when we know we're good to click. This build is going way better than our prototype build. And that's why you had to do prototype builds. But they only work if you learn from them. And we definitely learned from that. We put the wall and the windows in. I created a separate mirror image blueprint. We're getting done in like 20 minutes, what took us an hour. All right, there we go. Now, I do need to figure out kind of a stylish way to get on top of these things. I haven't decided yet, though, so I haven't implemented anything. But this will allow us to connect all the machines. We're going to need to figure out a rhythm for this. Maybe I should just walk on the very edge. Yeah, that's it. Two or three more and we'll be done. With connecting this side at least. We have to put the belts in on this one, but this one's ready to go power-wise. All right, and all these settings should be correct. We've already done all that work. Each one has a little bit of coal and sulfur already into it. So as soon as we connect it, we'll start getting compacted coal out of it. We're trying to overclock or underclock things as much as possible so we can get as close as we can get to the full 7,500 power. Obviously, we're not going to go crazy and 1% underclock, but, you know, to double or triple the number of machines that you need is probably okay. Trying to get an angle on this. Get some power over here. Now it's a question of how do we want to add power officially to all this? Let's try that one more time. I'm enjoying this idea of running the power kind of in the concrete level. But I want to try to... Let's see, what do I actually want to try to do here? I think we'll connect this one straight down. That's obviously got a little bit of an angle on it. It's not totally hidden though, is it? I don't know if totally hidden is going to be in the cards for this. Well, we could probably get it a little tighter. We bring you first down to the bottom here. And then whatever we got to do at this point to get it connected. There we go. Actually, that first machine should be on the... Yeah, it is. It's connected and raring to go. And we're just going to have to accept that this is going to be behind a wall and no one's ever going to see it. Like this. And then maybe we give ourselves a little bit of a architecture call, put in a ladder. Everybody's favorite. A little something like that. Okay, and now let's move this stuff. Just move it to the side a little bit out of the way. Well, that one's already empty. I could delete it, but if it's more stuff than my inventory, I don't want to have to deal with a crazy amount of crates everywhere. I'm trying to live a wholesome life and have no crates in this world. Okay, we've completed this. We can get rid of our little marker. Now, here's where it's going to get interesting. And not necessarily good. I want to consider if I had this to do over again, I would have built this a little higher up and off the water. But I didn't, and I don't. So we're not. But we need to figure out how we want to move this stuff into the various pieces. Now, here's the thing. This one needs all of these to go that way. Half of these to go that way. Half of these to go that way. And all of these to go that way. So for the purposes of this video, we're just going to connect all of these that way. Let's change this foundation to a 1 meter. The question becomes, can we reach that? You know, what we can do is just delete this foundation. And then find the quietest thing that we can find as our default thing in our hand. And connect them under like this. Is it going to break your RP if I run belts underwater? Only you know for sure. All right, so from here we need, so these are our outer, these are our inner. I think a little bit of the stuff that we were originally talking about is the way to go here. Just so we have legitimate targets for the sulfur. We'll come back and pretty that up a little bit. So this outer lane needs to go way down, but this inner lane, this is the one we're actually dealing with currently. If I stepped out maybe just a little bit here. Ooh. I should have built that on a 1 meter foundation. All right, now my temptation is just to whip this. Only you will have to decide if I'm breaking all the clip laws known to man. Part of me says, what you can't see can't hurt you. Oh, a nice cooling rain. That's nice. Let's see. I want to grab a little bit of cable. We'll jump over here. And we'll find our line. So there's 15 of these machines, and each machine is consuming 150 per minute. No, each machine is consuming 11.5 per minute on each belt type, and each belt is separately supplied. So 11.5 times 15, that's 172 on a set of belts that handle 270, I want to say. Yeah, so we're okay. We'll have to merge in some of that other stuff just to give that middle truck station, because you got to remember, and I know I'm asking you to keep a lot in your head from episode to episode, that we've got 3 truck stations on each side of our transportation network. And right now, one is clearly on this side, one's clearly on the other side, but in order to get that third one integrated in, we're going to have to split those so they supply both sides. But we'll figure that out momentarily. What a great skybox. It's amazing. All right. So these guys are cranking out compacted coal. Yes, they're ready to go. Let's build some industrial storage containers at the end of this. And then we'll put a wall in with a conveyor belt. Put a ladder on this side. And we're about to at least have one full industrial storage container of compacted coal. I think that's actually about it. I mean, we built double the amount that we built last time. I think what I'm going to do, I might go back to the other side there and use these new blueprints, because it's obviously way faster. Yeah. Thumbnail. And then all I have to do is basically the same thing, but down there. And actually, I can close this off. It's done. So yeah, let's call it there. I can come back and connect these on my own. You don't have to. Why are some of these getting shiny and wet and some of them are not? Oh, I bet you these are not considered walls. These displays. So the water's getting through. Yeah, let's call it there. Obviously, we had a really good time building using all of our beautiful blueprints. Everything went in much faster, much simpler, much more straightforward. I'll come back and I'll connect this to over here. I'll do something that allows both of these things to merge in together. You know, maybe I'll just do a little connection here to this belt, merge it in, and then we'll all be connected. One happy family type situation. I could also just drop this down in here and then connect it to this container, and that would also be an option. That way all of them would be, all of the transportation hubs would be useful to the process. But hey, we can get 30 machines beautifully built and, well, it would have been half an hour if I hadn't spent 15 minutes on, or 7 minutes on the beginning and 7 minutes on the end talking about it. I think that's a great use of our time and a good understanding of how blueprints can really accelerate our builds. Now, the one thing you have to consider when you're building with blueprints is how to make it look like you're not just building with blueprints. I think I'm getting there, you know, with having these 3 and then a water and then 3. The pattern is less obvious, right? But it's probably still kind of obvious that I'm building with blueprints when you come back and you look at it. But we'll see. I think it still looks quite cool and a huge step forward as far as the look and feel of our factories go. But I guess that's more up to you to decide. Thanks for hanging out. I do appreciate it. And we'll see you next time.